Welcome back to Ales and Fails. Today we are unboxing the Icons of the Realms Monster Menagerie II Adventures Campsite premium set. This is one that I found on sale and looks pretty nice, so I decided to pick it up, show it to you guys, let you know if it's worth buying. Let's get into it. Okay, so here it is. I guess the first things we'll just pull out here are some
can at first.
Yeah, the horses here. I'll say one thing right off the bat. I don't have a lot that actually have saddles and things like that, so I am...
Or just like basic horses.
Yeah.
Because they're all like combat horses usually.
Well, you know, I mean, well, most of mine are just basic
or
horses.
Wild
I think
horses.
I have like one or two war horses.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice having ones for in front of carriages and things like that the players would more likely be interacting with.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very nice having these. They actually look pretty good too.
What do they call these? Riding horse? Just basic riding horse?
Horse with saddle.
Horse.
So
Horse with saddle.
That's simple.
Yep.
See, I that was another reason why I picked it up. I really liked the aspect of actually having horses with saddles, because even your party most of the time ends up just renting or buying horses to where you're going to have a lot more ones with saddles compared to without. So really cool having that.
Go for gold right here.
Yeah,
and
I
we're
think
just
we're
gonna...
gonna need a... You got it?
I got this.
All right.
Just take off that one first. And
Yeah, that is another reason I bought it, because that is sweet looking.
big old carriage. Got a little
Yeah.
heft to it. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that.
Very, very cool. Very nice coloring on it. A lot of details in the woodwork as well.
Yes.
Where you can tell, like, oh yeah, the woodwork, and then...
Yeah, you can use this in so many different ways for a traveling merchant or a royalty or anything like that, to where this has a lot of uses. It's very detailed.
Keep out sign on the back.
Yeah, keep outside with chains going across it with some locks. The fact that all of the suspension and everything underneath it is actually there. It's not just a axle that goes across.
Mm-hmm.
And again, all the woodwork's great. The fact that it has the two little lanterns on the front, and this I would assume is some sort of chimney or something to keep the inside warm. The little windows up top. And the fact that there's actually curtains on these side and front windows. Yeah, that's it. Just the details on all the different wood, even the rivets all the way up on everything.
Yeah.
That is just a really cool little piece. Yeah. So,
Nice to have.
Esmeralda's wagon. So it actually is a named wagon too.
Is it on the... I know it says on the back of the box,
Yeah.
but... I was trying to read if they had the... Yeah, it is Esmeralda's wagon.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Again, a beautiful wagon, and that's the only thing that's a little bit sad, but
It's just how it is.
yeah. But I mean, again, you can set it like that, and it looks great. So I like it.
Yeah.
We got these are another reason why I bought this, because I do not have a lot of stuff. I've been thinking about building them. I've seen a lot of YouTubers build custom versions. I'm just gonna kick these out from the bottom here.
Weapons racks.
Weapons racks. It's not something I have. It's not something that is common. And the fact that there's warhammers and axes and swords and spears, these are just really cool. They look great. They were painted great. This is just awesome, actually. I'm extremely excited because, again, I've been thinking about building things like this for a while. And you just honestly cannot get the detail out of it.
They're pretty universal in how you can use them.
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah, you can use them in
You can use them in
taverns.
shops. You can use them in taverns where people put their stuff. You can use them as, like, where guards would be. That's where their weapon racks are.
Yeah, that's really cool. I really like that. And they're, again, painted great. They really are.
Yeah.
The woodwork looks phenomenal. You can actually see the different color in the spear compared to the wood. I mean, they really did a
The
great job
swords and the
on that.
axes have different metals and stuff,
Yeah.
and the hilts. Yeah, very nice.
Sweet. Now the fun stuff.
This is just a hodgepodge.
Yeah.
So we're just going to dump it out and go piece by piece. So let's go with the obvious thing first, at least obvious to me. Well, the little beds.
Yeah.
little sleeping bags,
Yep.
sleeping bag beds.
Actually, again, look great. They look very well worn, used.
Mhm.
At least this one does. This one looks a little newer. So they actually gave you kind of a variety of ones that look newer compared to some that look a little older. So, and sleeping bags come in handy. Any campsite, it just gives that extra little flair to where it feels more realistic for the players. So that's always nice to have. And I'll just take the chests.
Chests, here you go.
Yeah,
All three.
there we go. And these are very, very, very basic chests. The paint job honestly isn't amazing on them. There's some overlap onto the wood, unfortunately, but again, would still take them.
Some pretty big chests.
Yeah, they are very
Compare that to the
large.
sleeping bag. That's supposed to sleep your character.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you would
It's
carry those, but
that's
I will
kind of
say
like a
it's
two.
nice that they actually fit on the back.
They're all like two-person chests, essentially.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's
Very
again,
large.
Nice to have for terrain.
I also do believe that it's supposed to be a merchant.
Well, yeah.
So I would assume that they would have a little bit bigger of chest to hold a lot more items. So, and again, I like that can sit on the back of the cart there, to where you can have one up there and then a couple down below. Yeah, that's a very cool just traveling merchant.
All right. I'm a big boy. I love my food. We're just gonna do the cooking pot in the fire pit. Just do it as one because it's a little. I mean, it's small plastic pieces, so they're going to be a little crooked, messed up. But
I like the fire.
I like the fire. The fire in the fire pit looks great. The one note for the cooking pot and everything, I understand it's one piece and they just glued it, but
Yeah, I mean, they just painted the entire, or I think they casted it in red or painted it red, and it has no actual detail. It would have been nice to have maybe a silver handle on it with a silver handle to the pot lid, and maybe black or something on the piece that comes down. And again, they actually just painted the legs pure black. I think that's the least detailed thing out of the set.
we actually get 2 campfires.
Oh, we do get 2 campfires. That's nice, where you can have.
In either way, I mean, I'm a little annoyed they didn't do anything for it, but it's it's a nice afterthought to have of just like, all right, sure, extra detail. There's something cooking.
I want these. I was excited about these. Another big reason why I bought the okay, everything else is separate. Okay. There's 3 backpacks here, which are actually extremely detailed. The sculpts on them is awesome. They actually have little harps on the side here.
Oh, it looks like they also have rolled up sleeping bags.
Yeah, rolled up sleeping bags. They actually have a sword or long dagger on the side. I really like having backpacks and stuff.
It's just supposed to be
thing.
the standard adventurer pack.
Yeah.
It's got everything that you would need essentially.
Yeah.
Or it's just supposed to be universal for there's your stuff.
Yeah, that's actually really cool though. I really like just having things like small backpacks and extra sleeping bags and smaller campfires. Just, it's not something you get very often out of sets. Even some of the bigger sets that have a lot of terrain, these are the type of things you don't get, so I really like that.
Next up, I'll just do these since they're here. These are the, they're not bag of holding. Or they
No, they are, yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
It says over there, but there's 2 of them. And these are the, no, they are bags of holding.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, okay.
All right. I thought there was a different term, but yeah, there's 2 bags of holding, and quite a bit of detail on them.
Yeah,
And
great paint job.
very
They
cool.
didn't overdo the lining much. I think those are stamps, actually, now that I look at it.
They look,
I think that's a big stamp.
well, that is a big stamp for the face, because it does have a little face or whatever. But the rest of it is paint.
Yeah, those look awesome.
Yeah.
They did an amazing job again on those, and great to have if you are, in a city, something like that, where you can have these sitting on some of the merchants. Actually, the merchants set that we used previously, they have a lot of shelves and stuff, but they don't have a lot of things to go on them. So having things like this is really cool.
Yeah, it's definitely the reason you get all those together, or at some point, because them continuing to, or doing anything that is the individual items is always a nice touch.
Yeah, this would be a great set to go along with the town and the town square and the merchant's row.
Yeah.
And then I'll take these. I have plenty of these on the other hand. These are just, I believe, kegs. Yeah,
No.
2 kegs. I have plenty of them. I've 3D printed a bunch. A lot of different sets come with them.
We've already got the stopper and the stand.
Which sometimes that's the one thing that is missing is the actual pourer.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say the paint job on these is actually pretty great. The wood looks nice.
Yeah.
One thing I added to mine that I 3D printed was a little bit of water lines that go down in front of the stopper just because it adds a little bit extra detail and some rust on the straps. But again, always nice to have them.
Basic kegs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Especially if you're running something in a cellar, having extra kegs, always nice.
Speaking of cellar, we got these 2 here. These are just different sacks.
Yeah.
Just nice to have.
Again, great to go along with those other merchant sets.
Other merchant sets or just clutter. If
Yeah.
you're indoors or in a building or a basement, a cellar, wherever.
A kitchen.
If you're throwing clutter down on the field, they're perfect for it.
Yeah, it just adds more realism to the whole set. No matter what you're doing, no matter what you're encountering, having extra clutter, sacks, things like that, you would see in a lot of different places, so it's nice having things like that. Alright, then which ones do you want? Scrolls or books?
I mean, the scroll is easiest thing to just say. There's not much detail going on here.
No.
It's just a scroll, or what is supposed to be a scroll. 2 of them, they look the same. They've got red wrappings around them. Again, more things that you can throw on tables, clutter for in rooms or whatever. It's just more of that.
Yeah, and really the same for the books. I will say they did add some runes across the spine of the book, which is nice, and with the strap across the whole thing with the little lock on the front, little belt.
Mm-hmm. These look more like spell books than just basic books. So that's a nice touch.
Yeah, I really like those. I really do. Those are some really cool little just books to have. And again, something that's nice for on shelves in a library, anything. Because I made a bunch of books.
A little sloppy on the paint, but
yeah,
it is a small detail, and it's just typically on the sides. So if you're going to have it like, face down or something else like that, then probably not going to notice it.
Nope. But again, this is actually a really cool little set. Lots of different intricate details, a lot of small pieces, which I really enjoy. Again, having, and the car, you really can't beat the cart. I mean, the wagon is the best part of this.
This is just a set for clutter and set pieces, and that's it. There's the 2 minis. You get the horses, great, because they don't come in a lot of other things. That's just a riding horse or horse with saddles.
Yeah.
The cart is its own unique thing. And you just get some clutter pieces that, if you're looking for, great, here you go. You got quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't see a lot of sets with nice little clutter pieces. They do have some of the 40 settings that have them, but this is actually a really nice set for that. So, yeah, overall, I would highly recommend it if you're looking for clutter pieces, like Brian said. So, yeah, that overall, great set. Awesome time opening it, and I'm excited to add it to my collection. So, yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.